teams who we are working with here. You know, last time we saw these guys, honestly, my brain is dying. So Moses, tell me about these plays out. This is our second game of the day, guys. It's coming out of Group B. Again, we're going to be swapping around the different groups throughout the day. There are 4 in total with 20 teams in each group. And that's another thing to note, that there is 20 teams in these lobbies. Some of these teams used to playing with 16, just 16 in their lobby. So a bit more players out on the field than maybe some of these guys are used to, and might force the action just a bit earlier. So definitely something to keep in mind as we go throughout the tournaments here this weekend. I mean, have you noticed anything so far? Any big difference between the 16-person lobbies versus the 20-person lobbies so far, Moses?
Well, definitely on rotation, there are a lot more variables in play. If you have an extra couple of teams rotating with you, that could lead to your path being blocked. Not to mention, there are some issues as far as just on foot or team fighting. You might have more people entering the fray than you'd like, and even in the early game, getting that loot area secured might be a little bit more difficult than it would be with a 16-team lobby.
Well, here we go. The plane is starting to fly. We're heading on back through on Erangel here, so we'll see where these teams decide to get things dropped off at.
So I know that typically we will see Envious generally want to drop in this South Georgia area around this spot. We've seen them land in that area and take over the very important residentials of South George. It might be a little bit of a long drop for them in this case, and it would be a telegraph drop, as that's where they've been dropping for a long time. And for now, it looks like we will see some density around, again, the middle of the map, and we will see Energy Esports heading to Pachinki. Looks like they're going to have it all to themselves, which will be a nice pickup for them. Try and get that spot looted and out.
It's always a good day if you can have Pachinki to yourself. You got lots of good loot up in there.
So looking at the distribution of the teams, EU United headed down to Milta, which looks like might be a bit of a ghost town for now. EU United just kind of looking around in their parachutes, trying to determine who will be coming with them.
Interesting to see as well, Elder Wolves doing a split drop. You had 2 guys that are all the way down kind of in the central region of the map, and then you have 2 that are up on the northeastern end as well, up in the Stauber area. Interesting decision, to say the least, from them to split those players up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes split looting can be good, depending on how you drop, but really you're leaving yourself vulnerable to attack. We were just talking about the extra players in the lobby. You could very easily be separated and killed if you're not careful. And now looking at this first circle, as we see, that is Envious en route to Georgia Pole, taking down Vital from Team 9. We are going to be headed down to the military island, and that is going to mean, again, long transitions as you see Envious driving by, trying to finish that kill. Team 21 there with a weapon. Not sure what yet, but they are just taking some pot shots as Envious headed to South George, and they're setting themselves up for a long trek back down south.
Yeah, they are trying to meet back up here. Team 21 is trying to take some shots over there at 9, but not really finding a whole lot. He's got M16 in hand. That's about all he's got to his name right now.
And he's trying to pick up that early kill. And you see Berserker. That's Team 9. That is on the way also to the George area. Looks like they're going to be opting for the crates. Vital all by himself, bleeding out slowly. Looks like he might be the first casualty of this game.
Poor guy. He's got no friends around. He's all by himself.
He might live, though.
Oh! Drove past him. They didn't
No one saw me, guys. Come back.
Please. I know. He's like, come on. They left him for dead.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Vital.
Sad.
That's what happens when you contest a vehicle drop in the early game. Sometimes you lose the dice roll and get yourself run over. As we look down the bridge here, it is going to be the Bee's Knees in transition. Got some familiar names on this roster. I see Biggie, Bluehoo, Elusive, and Duck, formerly of Ronin. Biggie, and I don't know, and shout out to Biggie. I've talked to him in the past. Still recovering from a couple of hand injuries that he received in the not too recent past. So glad to see him back on the field. Biggie, best of luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck. As you can see him right now. He's got Elusive behind him, trying to cross the bridge there down into Novo, and he's got Meow on his tail there, Meowbert. But he is just flying on through here, trying to meet up with the rest of his team over in Novo there. So
there's some names on this team. Blue, who formerly of FlyQuest, I believe it was Duck, was on Ronin. So these guys all have high-level experience. Elusive, formerly of Corn Shuckers, one of the better teams at the first tournament there in IEM Oakland. But glad to see everyone, some familiar faces in this lobby playing under a different moniker this time around.
That's right. And you can see Meowbird, who was behind them, behind Elusive. He's electing to go for the boat here, see where he decides to go with it. But right now, team's just kind of posturing, trying to get all that looting in before moving into the circle, which is going to start closing here in just a couple of minutes. So Blue Win, actually, of the Bee's Knees is still up in the Milta Power area. He's kind of finishing up some looting before going back over to the bridge to meet up with his team in Nova. I mean, for them, are they going to be just trying to pretty much set up a base in Novo?
Well, getting off of the military base is a lot harder, or sorry, is a lot easier, I should say, than getting onto the military base, especially if you take your time. So if you're in Novo, yes, you will have lots of opportunity to loot. You can see here it's God Squad hanging out in the military base, sucking up as much loot as they can. God Squad, definitely a talented team. You see Drassel, formerly of Luminosity there. He's up on the radar tower. But yes, I mean, you can set up a Novo, but with this circle, you never know. It could shift east or west on the military island. It's just a matter of waiting for now.
Yeah, well, I'll have to see where the next one goes from here. But
so some key points, definitely around here and here. You know, the old bridge camp. I'm not sure if we'll see anything happening this time around. We have seen and will likely see a lot of teams opt to come down around the side off of Milta, or even come down around the side from the Ferry Pier area and get around the backside of this island. This little beachhead at the bottom, that's a very common landing spot, especially for those trying to avoid potential bridge camps and choke points around those areas.
I'll have to keep an eye on it. Potentially might see Team Doubt there, Team 19. Go for it. There is a drop over here in the water yet again.
That's a good crate too.
Yeah, it is. Man, you got the AWM in there. You know, all sorts of goodies.
15X.
Yeah.
The venerable 15X scope. I mean, one of the greatest changes I think that's come to the game in a long time is the level 3 helmet only being available in the crates, and that's really incentivized teams to try and get after that. Probably not going to jump into the water. That Milta area is relatively uninhabited. We see a lot of pressure on the western side of the play zone coming down through Gatka. A lot in transition. We see Envious there.
Yeah, Caden was just flying past the guys. He's going to ignore them and just run for the hills, or drive for the hills maybe, but he's going to kind of rotate around and see maybe if he can meet up with the rest of the boys. But he will have a couple people in his path that he's passing by. All of them are driving though, so I think everyone's just trying to reconvene with their teams at this point. But we are going to start seeing some pressure here pretty soon over by some of those bridge points, as you can see a lot of teams starting to convene over in that region.
Yeah, it's going to get really hot. We can actually see Zentrix, that's Fable up in the Lipovka area, getting into a bit of a gunfight. But now, this Team 3, that is Death Row, they've come up to this beachhead area. It looks like they're going to try and make a swim. As Don't Shoot Me, that's from Turtle Squad coming down the hill. He knows they're there.
Oh, yeah, he's got the gun in hand. He's looking for some of the shots. Yuki's out in the water as well, just having himself a swim. You can see the rest of Death Row also now just starting to get themselves into the water. Are going to go for a dip as well. But just trying to get to the other side of the channel here and make their way.
Yeah, a bit of a pile up
circle.
Yeah, a bit of a pile up for teams on that western bridge. And that's going to lead, I mean, Don't Shoot Me, Lush and company have made it through on vehicles so far so good. Looks like they're going to opt to just dive right down, but Energy Esports is already there along the western side of the military base. We will see them, especially in this area. These little compounds are very, very key to hold on to. Wooly's got one of them, but the rest of his team is still looting on the southern portion of the island. So Wooly holding on to that compound, just making sure that he can get his team looted and back to him. It'll be an important hold, but he's got to be careful not to get overrun.
Zerker here looking to get some shots into Aristotle's. And he is going to be able to get a knock on him, and he should be able to get the finishing shot as well. There it is. So he'll pick himself up a kill. Classic.
The classic getting stuck on the bridge and murdered.
Hate when that happens.
Hate when that happens. So we are seeing teams in the northern end of the map starting their transitions a little bit late. That is Berserker and the rest of his squad coming down through Georgia Pole. World's Best Gaming is on the way as well. So we will see some, I believe, edge play here, as it's going to be a little bit difficult getting across these bridges. We'll see what the circle does, but for now we're seeing most teams in the play zone, or at least headed that way.
Yeah, and you can see a couple of members from E United here. Actually, all the guys.
Boat squad.
Yeah, boat squad starting to wrap around over on the bottom end. Envy there, getting in the boats as well, as they're going to try and meet up. You actually have boat fight, I think, going on there.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That, I know what happened there, as Envious is engaged next to them in the boats there. I believe that was an accidental team kill. That is one down, I believe, for Envious. I'm not sure if that was a finish or not, but we can see here only 3 bodies in the boat. They did lose one, and they are tangled up with Team 21. So ultimately, that is going to be a bit of a battle here on the open seas, as Envious is now making landfall.
Oh my. And you see Team 21 here, the awkward something. They're in the boats, actually getting shots taken at them by Envy. Venerated.
Whoa,
be able to
there's 2.
Oh man.
Into the bottom of the ocean they go.
Later, feed the fishes. The fish.
Yeah, just the one fish.
Yeah, just the one. It's gonna be a healthy boy.
So Apocalypse. Oh! I was gonna say, it looks like he almost made it, but down he goes. And that ocean is hollow, so unfortunately he is going to be downed out. Envious did lose one there as well, but they're going to have to try and race to the play zone now, as Venerated is the captain, going to get them as far as they can into that current play zone. I would imagine they're going to come down this way, probably follow this path, but they're going to need to get some meds. They are stuck in the zone currently, and it's going to be difficult for them to get in without losing anybody if they're not careful. So. For now, we do see the team tracker. It is the Awkward Bandits. Only one left standing. He's still outside the play zone making his way in. But for now, some early action.
That's right. United making landfall down on the southeastern end of the island. So they're going to be down there just trying to find a base position. And for now, everyone just trying to find their footing on the island. You can also see Cherry Bomb and company over there on the eastern side. It looks like they're going to take their boat on in and see exactly where it is that they're going to want to land. But for now, everyone just gearing up for the next big fight.
I'm really liking the positioning of Energy right now. They are basically by themselves, but they, depending on how this circle goes, and we will see it change right now as we see Team 18 on foot. We'll see what the new circle looks like here just shortly, as GC still on his way into the play zone. And we can see we are now going to the eastern side. The river channel will still be in play. So now it's looking good for Team 7.
Oh yeah.
Your team in Novo.
That's right. They are certainly looking good there. It looks like they're moving up towards Team 10. That's God Squad up there, but you got these guys camping over on the bridge here. Team 17, Fable. They're trying to make their way across. You can see Nick S there from Team 15. Elder Wolves taking some shots at him, but really unable to do a whole lot of damage, as they do make fairly clean entrance across the bridge there. And for now, Elder Wolves just continuing to hold this position on top of the building.
So there's going to be a lot of dead space in this play zone, and with 20 teams, I'm imagining we're going to see a couple of these guys stuck on the mainland opting for the water. It looks like it's going to be Mystery and company headed there first. But with this dead space in the play zone, the water being relative, I mean, it's impassable. You can drive into it and hang out if you like. You can't do anything there, but there will be some pressure along the military base around here, especially with all those buildings in play. And we will also see, I think, some swimmers trying to get across. But right now, I'm liking the positioning of Drassel as well, up on top of the observatory. Lots of sight being gained.
Yeah, absolutely. And sight is very, very key in a game like PUBG. Gathering that information, knowing what's going on. You can see them there. Team 10, God Squad, just hanging way out up top here.
Nice spacing. I mean, you have the ability essentially to take away a lot of angles looking down. And if they and it looks like the SLR will be a great choice for being up here. Not a lot of ammo for Pat Caps, but he does have a lot of vision coming to him with that 6X scope.
That's right. He's
popping tires.
Trying to get those tires popped. Give them no option to run.
They're like, no, don't shoot my car. Stop that.
Come on, man. Come on, throw me a bone.
This stage of the game and this area of the game, hanging onto those vehicles and keeping them healthy is going to be super important.
Yeah, absolutely. Make those rotations, but Team 10, they do have that good positioning up top here. I mean, they're almost in the middle of the circle. They've got pretty good readiness here in terms of having weapons and gear. But they're gonna be
No
looking
vehicle
good.
is safe from Pat Caps.
Oh man, he's just
Buggies, UAZs, doesn't matter.
team tire popper here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that is the game of PUBG, especially in the early and mid game, is just attrition, taking resources and tools away from your enemies, trying to pop a helmet, make them use their meds, pop tires, whatever you can to make it hard for your enemy. And he is going to see one. Oh, it's a long shot from Pat Caps. Looks like he did land.
Yeah, did definitely at least land one of those, but man, the positioning from these guys is just great right now. It's going to be tough for someone to contest them up that high. I mean, what do you even do to try and deal with Team 10? Do you avoid them?
You wait for him to come down.
Yeah.
You wait for him to come down, essentially, and that's the great thing about this position is going out to one of the highest elevation spots on the map is pretty difficult just to be able to run up there. So for now, the circle is not going to force them off of there or force teams onto them. So it's just going to be about vision gathering and making sure that they stay secure. And you can see that with their spacing. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yeah, so the Team 10 God Squad, they are content to just sit here all day long. Oh, and there goes...
First team.
Yep.
That's the awkward gentleman.
The awkward gentleman.
The awkward guys.
Yeah, they're going to get taken out of the game.
What is it? Awkward Bandits, I think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Awkward Bandits.
The 20th place Awkward Bandits this time around. Unfortunate start for them. The boat battle did not shake out their way, and they're eliminated first.
Yep. Oh, first team down out of Group B. Coyote armed with the Kobe nade right there.
And we will see another play zone shift. We are moving to that Novo region. This is looking very good for the Bee's Knees. Biggie, Blue Who, Elusive, and Duck all hanging out in that Novo area, not having to move just yet, but they're going to have a lot of company very soon as everyone is now going to be forced off the mainland and across the bridge.
God Squad's still going to be able to hold their position for now as well. And see Team Envious just start
going at it
their way around, yeah.
So it's Team 11, that's Legion X. They're looking at having taken a couple of hits already. That's Cherry Bomb using that first aid kit, the syringe, and now it's going to be a matter of just a bit of an attrition again. Envious has done some damage. They've backed off. They do not have the zone advantage, does Envious. They're going to have to try and get around or go at Team 11 here and see if they can displace them off these rocks.
You know, Cherry Bomb holding
Cherry
tight.
Bomb.
Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb.
Yes, old Cherry Bomb. My good man. Yeah, now Envious starting to work their way around this rocky area here. They're
this is a smart move. They're going to want to try and get over to those houses. Oh, they took one off the pan there. It is that's Cherry Bomb taking one from Envious, so they are on retreat as well. Cherry Bomb going back to his home in the rocks there.
That's right. There's a staple for him.
Rock man.
The rock game. The rock meta, man, I tell you. But Envious is working around, maybe move up onto some of that high ground there. It looks like the rest of Legion X and Cherry Bomb might be trying to move a bit as well. But so far things have been relatively quiet. Actually, as I say that, Yuki runs himself over with a car, so...
It happens.
Yeah, you know.
It happens.
Casual.
So for Pat Caps, again, now he's got the Car 98. I think he's going SLR Car 98, interesting combo. Looking for that long shot on the move in the boat. Let's see if Pat Caps can make a dream happen here. Not quite yet. He's looking for it, that long distance.
I'll scream.
Unlikely, but good effort nonetheless from Pat Caps. So again, we are looking here at, this is the God Squad hanging out up the observatory. And they're now starting to put pressure on rotating teams down below them. Yep. You can see that's Define Legit and his squad.
Yeah, Death Row was working their way around as well. God Squad having a good line of sight on them, potentially able to put some fire down onto them. And Waldo's going to be able to take down Sir Newton of Team Objective, so another one down for them. But right now, everyone just posturing. Oh, hello.
It's Mini Fridge. Now we're taking a look at TBA. Great name, guys. Excellent job. And now, again, they're right above, or sorry, I should say below E United, playing with Micro Fry and Kaisako. Kaisako recently playing with Team Envious. Now with E United, at least for this tournament. And they're kind of rotating around on top of them. I'm not sure if they're aware of them being there yet, but Micro Fry throwing that nade is going to give Mini Fridge and company a bit of an idea that they're uphill.
Pat Caps is finally able to hit someone up there with his Car 98. And here he is, speaking the devil. So he's still just got this beautiful position.
Yeah, it's just a matter of a matter of poke damage here. If you can hit that headshot, the Car 90 is great. But for now, just kind of poking away at people, doing damage to armor, and that kind of thing is going to be super important for Team 10 here. We will see another circle transition coming in, and we are headed now away from Novo to the western side of the play zone. This is all of a sudden looking very good for God Squad up on that observatory hill.
Oh yeah, they're going to be able to just rain fire. You got like Team 3, 16, 4, all sorts of teams for them to be able to take shots at here.
There's the bridge camp.
Yes, the classic bridge camp is going to be waiting there. ADR Wales.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing some damage. Liam has gone down to the play zone. It is Team 8 holding out Liam and company. Liam already going down to the play zone, so that is going to be another team eliminated here. Looks like that's Team 20 split. I think we talked about that at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And that is now costing them as they are at the end of the bridge, and Liam's going to die to the play zone. So that is going to be ADR Wales securing the bridge.
Rest in peace. 1 up. Yes, as you said, they do have that bridge for now. Oh, you guys are gonna go rock climbing today.
This is a tough spot for them.
Yeah.
They only have one way up here, and it looks like Cherry Bomb and the rest of Legion X are going to be held on, keeping them off the coastal area, but they do have a long run to the play zone. So I think they're just trying to waste as much time as possible before moving out. They might not even be aware that Team 18 is below them. Oh, they must know now, as Energy Esports is battling once again with Legion X.
Oh yeah. You can see Legion X here. You got Hitless. He's working his way around the rocks.
Legion X is in trouble here. Energy's got them completely zoned.
Yeah, they also have that cover inside the building as well. Penta up top, he's got some high ground. The positioning definitely in favor of Energy here, so it's going to be tough. Actually, Cherry Bomb getting shot in the side by Caden.
And it looks like that was just a finish. So Cherry Bomb being down and now out. Cryptic's Legion down. Now he's dealing. It's Hitless looking downhill at Mickey. And Legion X is just all over the map right now. They're just trying to get something going, but they're wasting a ton of time. This is the last man standing. He's going to fall into the water, and this round is essentially over for Legion X as he's going to die to the zone. And interesting decision-making there, but Energy Esports has, at the very least, been robbed of 1 or 2 kills there, but they're going to have to make the way to the zone themselves now.
Yeah, they're going to end up having to leave this building here and get a move on. So
they're going to have to run right through Envious.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough, too. I mean, do you have the option in this case, wrapping around on the right-hand side?
They're going to have to go either this way. I mean, there's nowhere to wrap. This is just a valley, and you can already see they're going to have to use their vehicles. Envious is looking right at them. I imagine they just want to come this way, but there's nothing they can really do now.
Oh, yeah, they're already taking those shots from Envious now. It's going to be tricky.
Absolutely. So now for Envious, looks like they're going to continue on foot. Energy has stopped. And they're going to receive some on-foot pressure. Spacing a little dicey here. Jesse Lowe going for the wide flank uphill. But Energy Esports, I'm not sure if they're aware they're being pressed this quickly, but the nades are about to come out.
Oh, yes. You can see Venerated
getting
himself ready. There's the nade.
Kobe.
Yeah, absolutely. Kobe is going to get woolly there. So
K-Mind has got a flank coming. He's looking the wrong direction.
Ooh, Penta's got to be, he's putting that fire down. He is actually able to knock Jesse.
K-Mind isn't looking. He's in trouble. Caden's right on top of him. I'm not sure we saw him just yet. Venerated there.
Not quite yet. Venerated, he knows exactly where they're at.
They didn't see K-Mind. They didn't see him yet. They can't see him. He's just in that little defilade. You can't see on your screen just yet, but K-Mind is next to that tree. The circle's still pressing. He's going to have to move, but Envious has gotten all the way around behind him.
Man, I would have thought K-Mine would have realized they were there by now. The smoke is going to go down.
Oh, no. It's actually, that's Biggie and squad. That's Team 7. The Bee's Knees have seen Envious's low side flank. And they're doing favors for Energy right now.
Yeah, Energy getting saved almost by the Bee's Knees. Venerated
apart for Envious.
Yeah, Venerated there is healing up, but he's continuing to take shots from the Bee's Knees. This is not looking good for them now. He's kind of pinned on this tree. There's really nowhere for him to go, and he ends up getting taken down by Penta. So that's
it for Envious.
Yeah, that is it for them. What looked like it was going to be a brilliant play to wrap around and be able to take down NRG, they ends up getting scuffed by the Bee's Knees.
Yeah, Bee's Knees really, that low side flank you can see on this hill does not provide a lot of cover, and that was Bee's Knees exploiting that. And really, for how much damage they took, Energy did not lose their down player, so that's a really nice turn of events for Energy, but it looks like Bees Knees is now pressing up the hill towards them as well. It's not over for Energy just yet. Yeah,
they are going to be coming right up behind them there, so.
And they're split up as Energy. There are only 2 up there.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Of course, you have God Squad who's still just able to sit way up top there. Duck is going to be taking the shots over at K-Mine. Not really finding a whole lot. But now just working his way around the hill as the rest of Bees Knees are trying to move up to this high ground here.
Absolutely. Now we can see there they have now reunited all of Energy. The last 3 remaining players are there. Bees Knees doing a high side flank, choosing to drive up the hill with their vehicles. There is Biggie. The team of Energy has already accumulated 3 kills, but it's actually God Squad on top of the observatory now dealing with E United, as it looks like E United was trying to displace them off the top of their hill there.
Yeah, I mean, they still have just such good position. You can see E United, Microfry hanging out on the side of the ridge, and along with the rest of the squad. They are just, they're looking for him. God Squad is just looking for people to pop right now. They
like
know E United's down there.
Dropping nades. Depth charges.
Death from above.
Ooh.
Good shots. Good shots.
Wow,
oh, no.
They trade.
Yeah, good
Guess
trade.
who it is? It's Bluehoo from Bees Knees with a long shot.
That was a big shot from him, actually. A micro fry. It's just him and Jimmer left.
They're just not able to get out of the way of Bees Knees, but now it's Bluehoo going himself down from the hill. That's Drassel getting involved. I'm really liking this from God Squad. They do get the res on Taylor J.
Yeah, and they're really looking good. Really looking good now. Microfry is just continuing to sit in the rocks here. He's kind of hiding. It's going to be tough for him to move up the ridge. But what a position from Jimmer as well.
Yeah, Jimmer, well, he's stuck, essentially. I don't think there's anything he can do. He's already lost 2 teammates. The zone is going to force them back around the bottom of this hill. And this is the issue with trying to assault this area. There's only one decent way up, and we're looking at it, that road. But now it's going to be God Squad having to come off, or at least almost off of this hill. But there is options for them there. It's going to be up now United to rotate around and try and get away. Try and just salvage this round.
Yeah. They're going to try and just get as high as they can at this point. They do only have those 2 members left, but you can see Team 16 here, TBA PUBG, as you were saying earlier, Moses, great name. But starting to work their way, move in onto Death Row. He's hanging out over in the building there. I do think he's aware. They're looking over in that direction, so they could see it a little bit as they're really both trying to start to run around now. And actually, United might be able to put a couple shots into these guys from the high ground.
Yeah, it looks like Drassel still poking away with that Car 98, looking for something here. You see Taylor J's lost his helmet. Energy in rotation in those vehicles again. It's getting closer and closer to a time where they might have to ditch them. This is a decent spot for them, but they're going to have to use those vehicles as cover. And here comes Drassel driving down the hill as well. God Squad having to give up their position. Jimmer fell to his death.
Oh, no.
Or at least fell to his down. He's not quite dead yet, but Microfire is going to have to do something. So the Mountain Goat Jimmer falls and hurts himself, and looks like he's going to go down even further.
Oh my, Drassel here finding himself another position with the rest of God Squad. They've just had such good positioning all game long. They've really just been able to sit up top here. You can see NRG. God Squad might have a good shot on them here.
Oh! The high side flank coming in from God Squad. The nades come to follow. 2 down.
Yeah.
Willie, the last man standing.
Oh,
he's
kaboom.
trying to get away in the vehicle just to salvage the round. And he will not make it. So
No.
that is, wow, God Squad. 9 kills.
Man.
Rolling.
That is huge. They just rained death down onto NRG right there as they were hugging the side of the ridge. And as you said, 9 kills for God Squad. And they're going to place, I would imagine, pretty high in this game. So they're going to be off to a great start here. But there is a battle going on between 8 and 19. That's ADR Wales and Doubt over on the side. And already a player getting knocked down.
Doubt they're going to make it.
No.
Hey,
It looks like not. And Fry's just trying to run for his life as well. Oh, man, it's mayhem over here.
So ADR Wales just walked over a team comprised of a bunch of former pros in doubt. That's Define Legit, formerly of Ghost, Painkiller, Natural from Noble, and I'm Big K. So that's some big names there, some familiars there. Not sure how that came apart so quickly, but they do a 4-for-0 trade. Mystery, I'm not sure if they'll be able to res him, but that was a nice pickup for ADR Wales.
Micro-Fry just
chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling.
He didn't fall to his death.
No.
Good work, Micro-Fry.
Yeah, good job. He who does not fall to his death. Wasn't able to save his teammate who decided to do that. But, I mean, for him at this point, is it just sit around and wait and try and get as high as you can?
Crawl into the zone and hope no one sees you. Really, I'm kind of favoring God Squad in this. These 3 teams stuck outside the zone are all going to have to do damage to each other to get away. So that is Team 6, I think, the closest to the zone. That's Turtle Squad trying to get away. Turtle Squad is basically the fish of PUBG. Always different members in their squad this time around with Zentrix and a couple others there. It looks like they're representing Fable, but it's all about God Squad. They have everyone who comes out of these compounds is going to be killed or at least shot at by God Squad.
Yeah, man. They still have this real high ground positioning. They got about 3 teams for the pickings here. Absolutely. Once they start getting pushed out of this compound, which is happening right now. So we are going to see some action unfold as PatCaps is going to be looking to put some shots into these guys. And you can see Pistola time here with
Zentrix just barely making it out.
It's going to be really tough for these teams to move up, though.
Yeah, it's really God Squad has the best spot here. They're just going to be able to zone whoever's there. ADR Wells is basically online with them as well, shooting at anyone leaving these compounds. And it is a fish in a barrel situation. Oh my God, there's nowhere for them to go. There's nowhere for them to go. They have to come out.
It is so tough, man. God Squad is just raining bullets onto these guys. Oh man, it's just a crapshoot right now.
The smoke is out. They're trying their best to use utility. It looks like they might have an opportunity to cross. PatCaps and the rest of his squad now coming to the aid of Taylor J, who's likely called out the fact that ADR Wales have come up on their flank, giving the Cannon and the rest of Turtle Squad an opportunity to get up on their flank. So that, I'm not sure if it's a misstep, but regardless, they will stay 4 strong, will God Squad, but they have allowed one team to get a little bit closer than they might like.
Yeah, this is, they are starting to encroach on them just a little bit, but will they actually be able to do anything with it? God Squad raining those shots as they're distracted. Teammate, that's ADR Wales, they're going to continue to move up and try and contest God Squad up on the top of this hill here.
PatCaps is going for the flank here. He's trying to get around them on the backside, but he'll have to silhouette his entire body. Looks like it's going to be him and Pistola time trying to go for a 2v1 trade with Lush. Lush is hearing them coming, and everyone's looking that direction. They need... Looks like it's going to work.
Cannon's going to go down. Pistola looking for the finishing touch, and there it is.
One left standing. Lush is there, but he's now going full defensive. And God Squad maintaining. Wow, Mystery down again.
Oh, man. Well done.
God Squad is cleaning this lobby up.
Yeah, seriously. 13 kills across all the members of their team. They have just been dominating this game here so far, having the most beautiful position. And they're going to continue to try and finish this one out.
Absolutely. ADR Wales. And really the story is Micro-Fry from United, who is just chilling. Just like, this is fine. I'm good with this. You guys keep at it.
Yeah, man.
He's secured his team a top 3 placement, so that's great. He might even get a top 2 here with ADR Wales going right at the rest of God Squad. And it's not looking good for ADR Wales, who are stuck in a pit, and they have nowhere to go. The zone encroaching.
Oh, man. Here's PatCaps.
PatCaps is just wrapping around nonstop.
Yeah.
I like the play. Really aggressive.
Natural born.
Oh, no,
right there.
Yeah, this looks like unless PatCaps botches his flank, that it will be God Squad taking this. Here comes the flashbang. One down, blinded, and finished. Wow.
Oh, my. There it is. Man, God Squad. Just running train on the lobby here today. They were... I mean, something else. Had a great position down in the military base area there, up on the top of the hill all day.